I have like a stone in my head by Audio Slave. What up, JK? And you an Audio Slave fan? Chris Cornell did this acoustic album. It's so good. Oh my God, his voice. Just like a voice of an angel. I think he does Like a Stone on that album too. I love acoustic albums. Oh my God. I'm a sucker for that emo shit. Oh, my day was fucking awesome. How has your day been? My day's been really weird, actually. Fun-filled and lots of excitement. My snake came out and took a big shit. I've been waiting for her to poop for like 2 weeks. She'll hold it in until, she wants to come out. And that little bugger held so much poop in. She pooped everywhere today. So I was actually really relieved, to be honest. A parent, when their kid poops, it's like the greatest miracle in the world. Sorry, I'm just doing something right now for the chat, for the chitty chat. What are you saying? I thought it was Monday today. That is crazy. You said that. My sister was like, she kept asking me this morning, like, do you need the bathroom? Do you need the bathroom? And finally I was like, bro, I don't need the bathroom. Why do you keep asking me about the bathroom? And I was so confused. And she's like, because I have to get ready for work. And I'm like, oh my God, I thought it was Monday. And then she started laughing and I was like, I don't understand why you were so fixated on me going to the bathroom. Oh my God. It's like, I knew last night was Saturday night. That's what's so weird. I knew last night was Saturday night. So why I woke up thinking today was Monday? Oh my God. I don't even know. I forgot I was Sunday. So thanks for our Mondays. Thanks for reminding me. Do you have to go to the bathroom? Do you need the washroom? Can I go into the bathroom? What? Why? I'm so confused. All right, what's coming down for collective today? I feel like these cards won't be used. Hey, Pam. What's going on? I fucking never know what day of the week is. Even when I work, I don't know what day it is. I gotta look a lot. When I have an appointment booked, Jit gets scared sometimes. I'm going to miss the appointment because I have no idea what date it is. I think the days of the week are not supposed to be there. Or they're named something else. I don't know. It just seems... Whenever something's weird, I always say it's Chernobyl. I don't know if anybody else does that. If something's weird, you just have a name for it. My sister say it's Chernobyl because Chernobyl is obviously radioactive. That's like made up by mankind, right? It's Chernobyl. It's made up. So I think the days of the week are Chernobyl. That's what I would call the days of the week. I just don't get it. It just seems like, I mean, I get it, but I just don't know how we got here. Seems cryptic. All right. Take what you can and leave what you can't. These are general reduns, man. Oh, we got the tower down. The tower, judgment, and something of swords. 9 of swords. Woo-wee, baby. Okay, judgment and the tower are both in reverse, and the 9 of swords is right in the middle. Oh my God, that is like between a rock and a hard place. I don't know which way this person wants to go because either way, they're fucked. Oh my God. All right, tell me a little bit more about this 9 of swords, please. Okay. 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands is this 9 of Swords. 7 of Pentacles. Oh, somebody that's... They got a little bit saved up. They got a little bit banked up. And they want to move forward, but they're stuck. This is for an enemy. Who's that? Super Nat. No, we don't go on WhatsApp. Okay, so 2 of Pentacles. So somebody, okay, so this is your enemy, and they have wedged themselves somewhere, and now they can't get out. Okay, the only way that they can only go right or left. They can either lose everything with the tower that they don't want, which they are pretty sure it won't happen, but yet they won't move. So yeah, okay, you know what's going to happen. And then, or they can go in the way of judgment, but judgment in reverse, meaning I don't think it's their judgment. I think it's a judgment being called on them. Because judgment would usually mean that you're kind of surrendering, you're giving in, this is your judgment, tell me what I need, take me where I need to go. This is different. If it's in reverse, it's like someone's doing it kicking and screaming. Okay, someone's doing it in a nasty way. They don't actually want to do it. Okay, so one of your enemies is very worried. They caused you some type of battle, okay? And I believe that they are reaping what they sowed. All right, tell me about judgment in reverse. Page of Pentacles and 7 of Wands. Oh my God, you know what I just heard? They're going to have to learn what fighting back really entails. Because I think they wanted you doing a bunch of shit, jumping through a bunch of hoops, doing all this for them, doing that for them, right? Basically defending yourself to the grave, to your life. Okay, always. And now it's kind of going to go the opposite. They're kind of going to have to get in touch with a situation here. Judgment in reverse, where they're going to have to defend themselves so fucking bad on Page of Pentacles. Page, that's an idea that wants to be manifested, or something that somebody thinks of or they want to do, right? Something that is past the 10 of Pentacles, because the 10 of Pentacles is kind of like the home business. If somebody stretches beyond the home business, then you would think, okay, well, they are wanting to expand past the 10 of Pentacles. Expansion. So this would mean that someone's worried that their expansion off of a 10 of Pentacles, okay, is going to come crumbling down. Or they're going to have to defend why they built off of this 10 of Pentacles and didn't give it to anybody that was a part of the 10. It almost seems like if this was like a family dynamic or like a family business, thank you, then the main boss, okay, is like scheming. They're like scheming off of the 10 of Pentacles because they're the higher up one. So this is weird. So I watched this movie 7 Pounds the other day, you know, with fucking that idiot. And it's not like I haven't seen it before, but I hadn't seen it for a while. And there's a part of the movie where I'm getting the guy who runs the retirement home, who's punishing the old people for not liking certain medications that he forced them to take. So he punished them. He punishes them. Oh my God. And I'm getting that because we'll just call him WS, okay, who's in the movie. He is pretending to be his brother, who is an IRS agent. And the reason why he's doing this is because he's trying to find people who are in debt with the government because he wants to help them, right? So he goes and he investigates this man whose health has turned on him drastically, but has a brand new shiny BMW just sitting out there. And why he wants to know, like, is this guy a good guy? Is he a bad guy? And it turns out he's a really fucking bad guy. And he's taken the retirement home, and then he's scheming off the top of it to get his BMW and his brand new Mercedes and his also giant probably fucking house. Okay. And people do that. They will use the foundation and funnel all this money through and then decrease everybody's pay. Or now suddenly you have to be open an extra day or something like that to compensate, and boom. Like, but how would you know, though? You wouldn't know that somebody was doing this, right? It's kind of like, because once you found out about it, you would quit. If you knew, like, I worked for this one company who, I've always worked for restaurant industry, right? Where we tip out. We tip out to the guys in the kitchen, all right? Give it up to the boys in the kitchen, okay? Making that shit fucking fly. Then we got the boys in the dish. Okay, what up, Danny? Then you got the hostesses taking everybody to the tables. Okay, then you're tipping out for the bartenders who are making all your drinks. I live off tip out, whether I was tipping out or whether I was receiving it. I'm a person who tips out, always have. That's part of your wage. I don't make minimum wage. Servers don't. They make minimum wage plus whatever they're making an hour with their tips, which isn't minimum wage. It's much higher than that, okay? And not really recently, but in the last 5 years, worked for a company through 2 different restaurants, Sri Lankans, okay, not anything to do with them or anything, okay, but just saying that's the race that they were that opened up these restaurants here. And they forced us to tip out 4%, okay, of total sales. And they didn't give it to nobody. So, Sri Lankans, that entire fucking kitchen was full of their brothers and sisters and uncles and aunts and all that shit. Okay, making minimum wage. All right. I'm hoping they're making minimum wage, but who knows? Okay, what these people do who run companies. I don't fucking know. I didn't ask. And then they took all of our tip out, and then the boss just spent it. And I really needed a job at the time, so I had to work there, obviously, right? But when I could leave, I did immediately, and I gave that owner a piece of my fucking mind. I was like, how dare you get these servers to tip out to you? To you sitting on your ass behind the fucking desk, the owner? I was so disgusted. I really was. I was so disgusted to think that some fucking nasty little owner's taking tip out. There's a reason why that's there. I would never do that, Danny. There's a reason why it's there, because those people bust their ass in those kitchens. Those kitchens are 900 degrees. Those dudes are sweating their ass off. And not just dudes, obviously, chicks as well. Okay, in the dish pit, those 16-year-olds, they're getting splashed with nasty, disgusting, dinner water, and forks are being thrown at them. Okay, I've seen it. These kids, these guys, these working in restaurants, their jobs are fucking garbage. Okay, they're garbage. But guess what? They want to be chefs, or they want to work in a kitchen, or they want to be there. So why not? Why would you not want to give them more, considering it's a minimum wage job? Like, of course you're going to want to give them more. What the fuck? Or no one's going to work for you. But guess what? You want to be greedy? That's what happens. And one place actually that my sister worked, they were Korean, okay, and they took the business over from somebody else, didn't change everything, kept the staff, kept everything, okay, so they had a dishwasher for 10 years, an older man, all right, and they kept getting mad at him and shit, and he was making minimum wage and not getting tipped out anything. Couldn't believe that he had worked somewhere for 10 years and not been tipped out at all. He wouldn't even take a tip out from my sister. He was an older guy. He didn't really care. But then all of a sudden he loses his job. All right. The owners have enough with them, blah, blah, blah. They fire him. They did something wrong. They really shouldn't have fired him, but they did anyways. Tell me how for the last 3 months, okay, I think it was at least 3 months, they couldn't find anybody to do dish for them. Nobody. They kept posting it and posting it and posting it till finally they noticed, well, we got to tip them out. So in order to keep them to stay, they actually were asking my sister and the other chick who worked there for more money to tip out the dishwasher, or he was going to walk out. I'm like, you don't realize it's not the fact that people don't want to work. The fact that people are lazy. It's the fact that minimum wage is garbage. So if you can actually find a job or a network that tips you or gives you bonuses or something, like, I would be skyrocket for that shit. I love tip out day. Oh my God, when I was bartending, tip out day was like an extra $400 a week. You know how much I needed that money? Okay, and how much I busted my ass making those stupid Slurpee drinks for those servers that wanted it like this, that are just snapping at me because they're busy. Like, I'm not busy too, bitch. Okay, trust me, we work hard for that fucking money, and to just take it away, to just have somebody, building off the top of it and getting their empire, while the little guy in the swamp is still swimming around making minimum wage. Wow. I'm just saying, I don't know what this is about. Okay, but whatever I'm picking up on, it kind of seems like, I don't know if this is your boss right now, okay, or if this is somebody you're going to work for, or if this is somebody that you've encountered, but I feel like if you got fired from this job, your loyalty meant absolutely nothing. It didn't matter how loyal you are. If you felt like suddenly you were disloyal and that's why you got fired, somebody didn't like you because they fucking didn't like you. They didn't like that they couldn't use money off you. They didn't like that you went sniffing around. They didn't like some people. They want to break the law, or they just want to do it their way, and they don't want to be asked any questions about it, which is fine. Okay. But when you're breaking the law and somebody does ask you a question about it, you better be fucking careful with what you do with that employee, because if you decide to just fire them for asking a fucking question while you're breaking the law, I do not envy anybody who has a business or has to pay employees, honestly, because I think no matter what, people are going to be upset either way, right, with how they make money. But I mean, if this was a good boss, then his employees would be growing with him, okay? But this person is in 9 of Swords, and their anxiety is through the fucking roof, which means they're not giving what they're expecting to receive all the time, okay? And they know that they're in trouble. Okay, so they're, again, between a rock and a hard place. This person does not know which way to go, because no matter which way they go, they're fucked. And I can't say it enough, because that's all I'm hearing. Like, they're fucked. I'm like, yeah, make better choices. Okay, while you can, because you want to get stuck in an energy like this, that you start stealing off your employees that have like 100% less than you in life. mean, stealing is stealing, okay? But then stealing from the poor? Well, you're rich? I just saw the cross. They're just going to hang you right up on that cross, motherfucker. Act like it doesn't do something. Okay. Asmodeus, King of Wands, coming up. Makes men fly into passionate rage. Destroys the happiness of married couples. That's my boy. Okay, so honestly, this person, one way could be having to get through their wife. And the other way, I'm trying to figure out what this tower is. God damn it, give me the tower. 8 of Swords. This person is not in good energy. 4 of Pentacles. Thieves. See? Okay, so the tower, the inverted tower, he has to go. That means that this person, this 9 of Swords, has to go back through everybody they stole from. Oh my God. No wonder rock in a hard place. Woo! And something tells me, I don't know if this person is wishing for death, but they're not going to get it. They're not just going to get some easy way out of this. The Fool! It was the Fool in reverse. They're not just going to get some easy way out of this. Like, they really think that, like, okay, maybe I'll just kill myself. That ain't going to do anything for you. Watch, they'll miss and just blow their fucking cheek off or something like that and then look even more fucked up. The Magician in reverse. Baphomet. The Demon with tits. Page of Swords, Queen of Cups, the Lovers, and the 3 of Swords in reverse. They're going to have to tell something to a lover about what they did. I think that's this Tower way. Because one way they've got their wife, okay, sitting there, and they've got to go through the wife, as well as possibly some employees they messed with. But one is definitely having to go through some type of spouse, okay, lover, that actually genuinely cares about this person and has to find out some type of information that they fucking did. And that's not going to be, that's going to hurt. Like, it's 3 of Swords in reverse, which kind of makes me think that, like, this Queen of Pentacles or this Queen of Cups that's involved with this person actually is not going to get hurt by it. I feel like they don't, it's not, they love them, yes, but I think they know what they've done. So it's kind of like, well, you made your bed, you're going to have to sleep in it now. Like, I don't think this Queen of Cups is going to want anything to do with them once they find out the actual situation. Exactly what they did to people. Okay. And the Magician fucking moves that they made that they should not have. In Light and in Darkness, they did some creepy shit. I mean, they did some good things, but man, did they ever do some bad things. Okay, so first reading down. I hope it resonates. Thank you for liking the video. Thumbs up, bitches. I hope that resonated. That was a pretty good reading, I'm not gonna lie. I like the old rock in a hard place for one of your enemies. I'm sorry, did you expect this to be a comfortable ride? Happy Sunday, not Monday. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I can't be on here for too much longer, so soak me in while you can. Next reading. Oh, well. Just curse them. Danny, that's not very nice to say. Okay, here we go. All right off the bat, we have Hellraiser. Like right away with Hereditary. I just started hearing the theme song to Free Willy. That is my favorite movie. It was as a kid. I had a massive obsession with orca whales when I was a kid. Oh my God. Oh, there was recently a post about a female orca who they have been tracking for a while. They got the tracker devices on every animal out there if they could. And she gave birth to a stillborn and carried it around with her for 8 days. Orcas swim like miles and miles and miles a day. And she carried the dead baby with her for days and days and miles and miles and miles. And she kept it on top of her head and just lifted it up with her because she was mourning her baby. And they put orca whales behind bars so that people can see them and pay money. You know how, like, I'm not even gonna go there. Okay. Anyways. Okay. I feel like this is not a very good message in the sense where, like, I feel like oh, thank God. Okay, I really thought this was a bad message, but I don't think it is. The way that I'm seeing it is it kind of seems like I think somebody liked you. Okay, like, or you were with somebody liked you, somebody wanted to be with you, something like that. Okay, and your family or somebody you were really close with did not want you to be with them. Okay, so they tricked you into breaking up with them. And I feel like this was so then they could take advantage of you. And I think that they knew that if you got with this person, that they wouldn't be able to do what they did to you anymore. Like they wouldn't be able to manipulate you or fuck you or, attack you like they do. Because this person was actually like, somebody was with somebody and they were very defensive of you. And for some reason they broke up with you. I think it was a lot of manipulation. And I think you really needed that person defending you. but they turned you against them. They tricked you into believing that they were mad or something just to control you? Like you were a child. Oh my God, like Psycho, the way his mother still controls his mind. There's the call. And dreams. Oh my God. Okay. So this person, they might have kids and they might have been, now I'm getting, who is that? That's, Jan. When Jan has her baby on The Office, that's when Michael starts to like Holly, and it's almost like Jan knows. It's like she can smell it in the air. And she says to Michael at the end of the baby shower, she goes, "Michael, don't date Holly." And he was like, "I wasn't even thinking about dating Holly." But it's like Holly knew. It's like Jan knew that Michael wanted to date Holly. So Jan wanted to sabotage Michael, right, and get in with them so then he couldn't have Holly. But Michael doesn't give a shit. And actually, surprisingly, you would think that Michael would care and then wouldn't date Holly, who actually kind of looks like her right there. Which is coincidence? I think not. You'd think that like Michael would go against and you know, pick Jan, and he doesn't. He actually likes Holly way better. And he just met Holly and he's known Jan forever, but he knows that Jan is a monster and just trying to control him. Okay, they never had a good relationship. They were never really together. It was really only sex, right? Michael admits that multiple times. It wasn't actually to date him. It was just she was dating him because she didn't have anybody else. But then when Michael actually finds somebody he likes, okay, Jan tries to really fucking trick him out of it. Okay, and it's something that, like, I don't know if you liked somebody, yeah, and then you got tricked away from dating them. Somebody told you, like, oh, no, you don't really like them, or they're forbidden from you, or you can't be with them, or it's like kind of like a little bit of a brainwashing. I mean, they could have put it in right away, like planted it in their mind right, that if they even sniffed in your direction, they'd have to look for a new mother or a new sister, or, you know, like if you even look at them, I'm leaving your life forever. And it's like, what is somebody supposed to do with that? That's a full-blown threat. Like, what are you supposed to do with that? Call them on it? I mean, only very highly confident people would call upon somebody like that. Okay, because if somebody's threatening an ultimatum on your ass, they know how weak they are. If you give in to them, you're just giving them power. That's it. They actually have no power, or they wouldn't give the ultimatum. Okay? Ultimatums are weak. That's a sign of weakness. Remember that. It's not a sign of strength that they're putting their foot down. It's a very much sign of weakness. They couldn't be any more weaker because they have to threaten you with an ultimatum, because that's nowhere else to go, right? It's not exactly between the rock and the hard place like the first reading, okay? You choose to give somebody an ultimatum because something's not going your way. It's very narcissistic, okay, when you think about it. You have to sometimes think about, what always helps me is when I'm, you know, have sometimes narcissistic tendencies because I grew up with narcissists, okay? When I have a narcissistic tendency, I tend to go into the other person's shoes, which is amazing that for the most part, I'm always with my sister because she can be very honest with me about things. And, you know, we don't have to break up because she's not my lover. She's my sister. Okay. So no matter what she says, I kind of have to deal with it. Right. Because we're going to be blood sisters for the rest of our lives. Okay. So it's kind of good to check yourself, because you never know if you are being possibly a little narcissistic or egotistical, or, you know, letting your pride shine a little too much in a certain situation because you got the bigger dick, right? There's certain situations where you really sometimes have to pull back and be like, okay, I got to reassess my energy. Okay. Because if someone's telling me that I can't have something, right, or I can't go for something. Why? Is it because I can get it and they know it and they're threatened by the fact that they know that I can get this thing, which means in the long run I could probably leave their narcissistic ass? Of course they fucking do. They're narcissistic. Everything is about them. Okay? It's never about you. It's always about them. Even with an ultimatum, the ultimatum ends with them getting what they want, because that's a narcissist. Okay? So they'll fucking play that deck pretty damn good. Okay? Like I said, I dealt with them my whole life. In every shade and in every color and in every sex and in every relationship, I have dealt with a narcissist. I just didn't fucking know what they were. Okay. So, you know, until you figure it out, do you know what you're dealing with? Okay. Because they hide very well, especially if they're covert. They know how to hide. Okay. So something's coming through. Okay, their reality, their dream state is somehow becoming their reality. Okay, and they can't just put this on the other side that they think they can all the time. Okay, this is something that they actually can't control, because I feel like for once somebody can't be manipulated because they're not a child. Okay, for once, I think possibly this could be an adult actually acting like an adult, and possibly when they were a child, or they could have been a child up until yesterday and finally put their big boots on today. Okay, now they can't be controlled. Like, you can't just tell somebody not to do something. I mean, honestly. I know sometimes you think like you can, but no, you can't. Like, grown-ups, you can't tell a grown-up what to do. It's not the way it works. I don't even care if they're breaking the law. Guess what? They're allowed to. You can't tell them not to do it. Probably know they're not allowed to do it. Okay, so it's definitely calling, like, a bluff has to be called here with somebody. Like, something has to be tested. Something has to go like, okay, fine. You say you're never going to talk to me again? All right, well, I'm going to make the fucking move anyways. And then watch them talk to you the next day. Because, again, they're just pulling the move because they know you'll listen. All right? They know you'll do what they say. Because they... Why do people in relationships have to act like parents and tell their spouse what to do and tell them this and tell them that as if they own them? There's really been like a theme of ownership that's been coming up recently, and it's been really making me uncomfortable, because it really just goes to show how insecure people are. And it doesn't matter how long they've been together. It doesn't matter how big their relationship is or how long it is. Insecure people are insecure. And it doesn't, like, they can be in relationships their whole life and be the most insecure person in the entire fucking world. They're in the relationship to try to give themselves a little bit more confidence because they don't have any. Okay. So when you decide to grow up, okay, then you wouldn't be little Carol Ann and walk up and put your fucking hands on a TV and get sucked in. Story over. Okay, so definitely somebody being told to stay away from you by a friend, and that's not a friend. Again, friends don't threaten other friends. Oh, if you date them, I'm not going to hang out with you anymore. So, you're my fucking friend. Weren't you supposed to be gone like 16 years ago in what, high school? Okay? Like, honestly, you're not going to be my friend anymore. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Oh, good God, collective, walk away. I don't even care if that's your mother. You date them, I'm not going to mother you anymore. See you later. Alligator. Check your wile, crocodile. Holy fucking people with their, like, I'm just going to walk all over you because I own you. I made you. I can take you out of this world. I put you in it. Holy good God. The threats. You know, honestly, I think people got, like, threatened by their parents a lot more than what they think. Like, if your parent ever said, I put you in this world, I can take you out of it, that's a straight up death threat. Straight up death threat. So abusive, so narcissistic, and just, you know, it seems like so original of being born of narcissists, you know, have a child and then blame the child every day for them being here. Have the child and then blame the child for growing and needing things. Oh, let's have a child and then blame the child for everything because now we're going to make it our biggest problem. Like, look at little Carol Ann sitting on the bottom of the deck still. Like, Carol Ann, who beat you up? All right? Because they are fucking gonna die soon. Fuck those stupid narcissists. That was a quick reading. I like that. In and out of that shit. Thanks, everybody, for liking the video. I've said it about 14 times, but I'll say it again. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. It's been a lovely Sunday up in here. I haven't even had a shower today. I didn't even notice because I put my hair up in this really wicked fucking bun today, and I just decided that I was just gonna rock it like that for the rest of the day and not have a shower. Apparently, because once I did my hair, I forgot I hadn't showered. Whoopsies! Whoopsie daisies! Oh, I'm gonna have the warmest shower when I am done this live. Oh, I'm so excited. I can feel it on my skin. I think this is going to be the last reading. I'm kind of like literally running out of time. Yeah. All right. Last reading, everybody. Soak it up. And take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We got the spell cards coming out. And there's the cauldron. I like this. Stability coming in. Spirit is initiating stability to a... Ooh, look at that. Tarot cards. Goddess on the bottom of the deck. Okay, nice. All right, so I am getting... there is... If somebody is manifesting stability, it is coming. Okay, Spirit is initiating it. Again, everything needs its time in the old cauldron to bubble and burst. You know what I mean? Before it can come into manifestation. So, definitely... if you've been putting boundaries up and you have been shielding yourself and protecting yourself, this is something that's coming in. Obviously, you were shielding it and protecting it for a reason, okay? Possibly because of theft, maybe people stealing it from you, people not allowing you to manifest it, people lying over you, fucking witchcraft over you. I mean, honestly, so much shit happens on a daily basis with people, okay? And it's like really sad, to be honest. There's just, it seems to be a new like dark intention every day. Okay, so what's the stability? The Fool. But the Fool in reverse, take the step. The Fool in reverse, because I feel like it is a good move. Okay, it's obviously been something that you've been working towards, or this is going to be something brand new that you've never gone for before. Okay, what's the cauldron? 10 of Cups. It seems like it's really something that you would like. Okay, if you're going for some type of job, or if you're going for something that you've never done before, I think it's going to work out. All right, there's the 6 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 10 of Cups, which means I kind of feel like you're going to be moving forward, okay, transitioning forward through some type of very painful situation, okay, maybe thinking that you weren't good enough, or that you weren't going to ever find what you wanted, or you weren't going to find the next way to go or the next thing to do, okay, because again, cauldrons and spells and magic, they take time to manifest. Right? That shit's not manifested overnight. It takes a little bit longer than that. Okay, so if somebody was wondering, hey, by the way, am I going to be able to move forward soon? Yeah. You will be, okay? Foundation, Homeland, Page of Swords, 2 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, the Collector. Are you prepared for your journey? New idea. Oh, okay, yeah. This is what I mean. I feel like you're going for something that possibly you haven't done before. Okay, or you haven't gone down that, again, it's an analogy, okay? Gone down that road before, or gone down that path before, right? So it's going to be something that is brand new, because that's what you've been manifesting with the cauldron. All right, so with Spirit initiation, what is Spirit initiation? Whoa. Seven of Pentacles, the Tower, Strength, and the Four of Wands. Nicely done. Doing something, overcoming your fear. It's about overcoming fear. Okay, and possibly reuniting with somebody in the past. Okay, or going back home, doing, I mean, again, you might be reintroducing yourself to something that you thought of in the past, but couldn't do. Okay, so it seems like, I don't know, maybe you've done, like, look upon my work. Like, I think what you're able to create is going to be quite powerful. And I think that's why, like, doesn't this look like Michael Douglas and Jeff Goldblum? I don't know. To me, that looks like, I mean, they are movies. I feel like that's Michael Douglas and Jeff Goldblum. I don't know why. But anyways, I just can't stop staring at Michael Douglas. I know that's him. I know. I'm going to have to look at the book because these are all movies. The Tower. They were young, healthy, wealthy, beautiful, free, and in love until tonight. Yikes. Symbolizing sudden change, upheaval, chaos, revelation, awakening. Get out of the building. Dun, dun, dun. Get out of the building. Somebody might be moving. What up, Lorna? I think you've been here before. You kicking ass, Danny? People putting stupid shit up? Okay. I think somebody is definitely moving on, moving forward, okay, taking that step forward, and it's all because of this cauldron containment spell. And, like, I mean, I know we got a lot of witches on the channel, okay, and I know that we have a lot of intuitive readers on the channel, so I know that we have a lot of powerful people on the channel, okay, so that would mean that someone's doing something and they know what they're doing. It's intentional, it's meaningful, okay? And it's there for a reason. It's what somebody wants to do. I almost feel like they've been initiated by spirit to do this. Okay? So that's why the boundaries have to be made, right? You've got to keep very clear and collected and grounded, because this journey is something that is going to move you. It's gonna move you. What is that fucking song? The rhythm is gonna move you? Is that from like 1994? Oh my God. This is the rhythm of the night. Oh my God, is that it? Oh yeah. The rhythm of the night. Oh my God. I don't even want to know what year that came out. I haven't heard that song in a decade. Wow. Spirit with the jukebox. I can't even say I heard that song recently. I can't even say, oh, actually, I was in the store the other night and I heard that. No. I haven't heard that song. Oh, yeah. The rhythm of... Oh, it is coming in strong. Wow. Wow. This is the rhythm of the night, apparently. You are prepared for this. And I'm not going to lie, it's going to be a little bit scary. Which means it's real. If it's going to be scary, it's real. Okay. And nothing like a little bit of gray hair for you. You know, it adds a lot of, I mean, look at how nice my ponytail looks because of my beautiful gray hair. I mean, honestly, gray hair, it adds a little salt with the pepper. You know what I mean? A little salt, pepper. Okay, Page of Cups. A symbol of curiosity and intuition. Yeah, see, you know intuitively what the fuck I'm talking about. Knight of Cups. There's that cup. Look at Page of Cups, then Knight of Cups. Come on. You know what you're doing. And you know where you're going to deliver it. And you know what's going to happen. Okay, that's, again, that little cup could be the cauldron. Okay. King of Wands. Nice. Oh, and the High Priestess. Okay, beautiful. Vision, honor, leadership. Ultimate masculine energy with the ultimate fucking feminine energy right there. I mean, that's a badass. And that's honestly something you have to use your intuition while you're doing this, but you also need your King of Wands because you need the ability to bring the idea that you're intuitively hearing forward, which is what you would do with the King of Wands, right? We all have masculine and feminine energy inside of us. And it's absolutely crucial that we learn how to use both in a very temperance way, in a very balancing act. Okay, this seems very balanced. Okay, because it seems like somebody knows what they're doing, right? They think about it, they see it, they intuitively feel it, and then they lead with it. They honor themselves, they honor the vision, right? They have the leadership skills to bring this forward, which I'm not gonna lie, is pretty damn sexy. Okay, Nine of Wands, survival. It's a matter of perseverance and vice versa. See that thing pushing on the door? You know, things want to hurt you. They want to invade you. They want to get in on you. And it's your responsibility to defend yourself. Defend your honor, defend your game, defend whatever it is that you're doing, right? And that's what this is all about. Using your athame, setting your boundaries, and putting your truth out there. Okay, and with your truth comes a lot of responsibility to protect it and a lot of responsibility to say the right things and use your power wisely. The Moon. Anxiety and dreams. The moon lights your path to a higher understanding, and the light is weak, a pale reflection of the sun. Dark things come to the surface under the light of the moon, like the crescent emerging from the bottom of a pond. Okay, so there, I can't read that. I mean, it's red. Look how tiny that is. Fuck that. I'm not even going to try. I mean, I probably could, but I don't want to strain my eyes. Remember, we're getting at that age. Don't strain your eyes, because the more you strain your eyes, the weaker your eyes are going to get. All right? Just allow your eyes to naturally focus on their own without stressing them out. I have to learn that because I'm losing my sight. You know what I mean? I'm 40. I ain't 20. Okay? So it's definitely something changing under the crescent moon. And it's a big change. Okay, it's something that you need to do. It's something that is spirit initiation. Actually, and you know what? We have a reading coming up tomorrow called Co-Creation with the Universe. Okay, and then look at that, 7 of Wands, right? Like, I mean, this is the whole Frankenstein kind of scenario where all the townspeople they feel like they have to fight him because he's the dangerous one, but he's up there defending himself because he feels like all these people are going to kill him and he doesn't want to hurt anybody. Okay, riddle me that, right? So I feel like be careful. Okay, ooh, look at the star on the bottom of the deck and the King of Cups. Beauty, because then that means the Page of Cups turns to the Knight of Cups, turns to the fucking King of Cups. Okay, and that's a badass energy. There's a huge cycle coming. She has the earth driven by an insatiable desire to continue the cycle of fertility. Yeah. Planting those seeds out there. Ace of Cups. Oh my God. Sitting under the 8 of Pentacles, the Apprentice. Okay. So that is possibly the Apprentice could be something that you have been learning. Okay, which you are going to, this is what you're going to do, this is what you want to bring forward, this is what you want to do, this is what you've been practicing, right? Practice makes perfect. And then you get to bring it all to the table. And that's the scariest fucking time of your life. You know what I'm getting? Now that movie, Deep Blue Sea, right? Where she's doing the experiment that fucking Jerry curled hair bitch, all right? And she's practicing on the shark, and she's like, you've waited your entire moment for one day, and then suddenly it's tomorrow. And like, that's what I feel like it is. You've been studying for something for fucking decades, years, and now suddenly the test is tomorrow. Possibly. All right. So, and it's Monday. That's great. If tomorrow's Monday, that's a great day for somebody to launch a channel, fucking put a CD out, launch their movie, fucking apply for a job like they never fucking thought they would ever get in their life. Okay. Tomorrow is the day. Okay. And this feminine energy is going to kick ass. And remember, the feminine energy also is represented by the masculine. Okay. So it's vice versa up in this bitch. Because there's boys and girls who watch the channel, everybody. Even though there's no dudes that talk, because only the women really speak. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Let's get it popping. I'm pretty sure I launched my second channel on a Monday. Not saying that, you know, Monday is the day you should do it, but it's just like, it's a great, you know, you kind of ride the weekend out, you know, you do your lazy shit for the last whatever kind of hours. Then you go, all right, Monday, we're starting fresh. Monday, we're going to do it. Oh, actually, you know what? I watched this movie called Brittany Runs a Marathon. I was looking for some information. I was going to say inspiration, but I guess I was looking for information. Movies can tell you so much. And, you know, she's overweight and she's, well, not really overweight, but she's, you know, just very, it's a true story, apparently. Just not really in good shape. And so she goes to join a gym and it's like $120 a month. And she's like, you know, I can just run outside, right? So she just goes and she goes to go for a run and she says, okay, I'm just going to do one block, just run one block. And she ends up running like 6 blocks, right? It was a pretty good movie. Like, it's a good, sometimes you need those uppers, you know, like you need a little bit of an upper when you're about to do something or when you're about to go for something. It's always nice to watch a nice, inspiring movie about just somebody kicking ass, you know, who's never tried anything. And then you just go for it, because that's the thing. You have to believe in yourself. It's very important through the entire journey to believe in yourself. You might not even believe in the journey anymore, but as long as you believe in yourself. And actually another good movie along that line I'm getting now is a movie called Wild. Or The Wild. No, I think it's just called, The Wild. It's got, that Legally Blonde chick in it. Reese Witherspoon. Thank you. You know, she loses everything and junkie fucking just horrible life. And she goes and walks the Appalachian Trail, I think. And I don't know if it was that one. Anyway, she walks a trail, or Pacific Trails. I don't know. She walks a trail and she walked for like 3 months. And the thing is like, I sold everything. I sold my whole apartment. I sold my whole life, and I moved into my car. Well, I didn't move into my car, but I moved to Tofino, and I moved all the way across the country all by myself. I got a job right away. I found an apartment right away, and I thought I was going to stay there forever. And really, it was a 6-week journey. I think it ended up being 8 weeks altogether. I thought I was going there forever. 8 weeks altogether, and it changed my fucking life. Like, there was parts of me I had to deal with. There was, a time where my tire blew right in the middle of Saskatchewan, in the middle of nowhere. Oh my God, you know, and you just expect somebody to come and help you right away, you know, and nobody's around, and it's like, what the fuck? Now I'm getting this movie 1 week. Joshua Jackson. It's a Canadian movie, actually filmed in Toronto, and then it films right across Canada, actually right to Tofino. Wow. I think I watched that movie. I think that movie actually came out after I did my Tofino trip, but he's actually dying of cancer, and he takes off, drives across Canada, it's a beautiful movie. Just the scenery alone, Canada is really beautiful. And he travels across Canada. I mean, sometimes you just have to find why you're living. You know, why do you want to be here? Why do you want to live? Right? Why are you living? And if you can't understand why you're living, why you're here, then you might want to step into that. right? Of suddenly giving a shit about why you're here or make a mission, or, you know, like my sister's been working with somebody on a movie, and now that that project's over, I'm like, she should just write screenplays on her own. She should just write movies on her own. Why does she have to write them with somebody else? Like, you know, there's so many things that happen in our lives, and so many things that we go through, and so many things that we do. And it's just one more door that just opens up another one and opens up another one. And the more you inspire yourself and the more you give a shit about yourself, because that's all you have to do. You just have to show up. As long as you show up, doesn't matter about anybody else. Doesn't matter if anybody else shows up. Doesn't matter if anybody else gives a shit, because you're fucking there. So everybody else, you just like, sayonara, I showed up, right? And I show up. I make sure. I spent a lot of years not showing up. I let people down. I didn't do what I was supposed to do because I came from fraudulent parents who always went back on their word and never followed through with anything that they fucking said. So I didn't realize that your word was your bond. I didn't realize what you say actually means something, and that you shouldn't go back on your word, and you shouldn't go back on things that you say, because the people who fucking do that are fucking fake as fuck. You go back on your word, you're fucking fake as fuck. And I hope you get it back times 10, right? Because people go back on their word. It's the most unconfident thing you could possibly do in your life. It really is. It shows how shallow you are, shows how fucking non-there you really are, right? How non-committed you really are, right? There's a lot of things about yourself that you should be proud of, and who gives a fuck about what anybody else does? It doesn't matter about anybody else. You're just here as a part of your mission. Whatever that mission is, it's all different, and all you have to do is show up. That's it. And fuck everybody else. Because from the looks of it, there's a lot of people who don't show up. There's a lot of people that sit there and they show up where you are, but they don't know. Like, you don't know that they showed up because they're sitting there stalking you and watching you through binoculars. Okay, like there's real, there's fake, there's ones who show up, there's ones who will never show up, there's ones who are say that they will, but they never will, just to keep you around. Like, honestly, you got to realize, like, sometimes it's a good thing sometimes to do like an evaluation. Not really, kind of like, what do you call that? You know, just mark down the characters in your story. You know, like, this person's this, this person's this, this person. So then, you know, like, it's not just a mother role. Like, your mother is not just playing a mother role. Some of them, they're playing this whole other role. It's good to know the roles of the people in your life. And it's not like, oh, that's my uncle. That's not what I'm saying. If your uncle does nothing for you, then it's not a role of an uncle. It's a role of a deadbeat, okay? Because your family's supposed to be there to support you. It doesn't matter, aunts, uncles, cousins. I mean, why do we have them if they're not supposed to be there, if they just mean nothing, right? Because they are supposed to do. They are supposed to comfort you. They are supposed to support you. They are supposed to be there for you, right? People who can't, you know, people who didn't do it right in their own life and sit back with their unconfidence and judge other people who do things, saying that they can't do them, are only stopping themselves. If you stop yourself because somebody else tells you to stop, you're giving that person exactly what they want. And if they're going to be lazy, let them be lazy. But don't turn yourself into lazy. You know, don't get fat. Don't, you know, join the fucking pedo crew because that's where everybody else is. Don't just start watching kiddie porn because other people do it. It's disgusting. Keep your fucking pride. Keep your confidence. Keep building yourself, you know, and keep building away from the people who fucked your foundation up to begin with. Remember, they're like, most of your family were the ones that started the problem and have never fixed it. So again, like, I think so many people are trying to fix their displacement and fix where their parents went wrong and where they went wrong and like how to fix it. And like, you know, because if you don't fix yourself and you keep doing the things that you're doing because that's what you were taught, then you're now going to have karma that you've got to deal with because you didn't fix the fucking problem. You didn't fix the curses. You didn't stop it at the source. Right? So then you got to pay for that fuck karma. And like, not that you know, because a lot of this is unconscious. A lot of things that you do, you don't actually know that you're doing, right? But the universe is going to make you go through the simulations. So eventually you realize that you are brainwashed, that it is something your family does and you shouldn't do it. And then you'll kind of stop it. Right? So there's like generational curses and hexes and shit that are like coming to an end. I think a lot came to an end at midnight on New Year's Eve, which is why I think January has been so traumatic, because so many things ended with that wheel, which isn't actually the actual wheel. Okay, the main wheel is, I think, the Chinese Zodiac wheel I forget when their new year is, but it's not when ours is. I go by that new year. I also go by the wheel year of when Aries season starts. I consider that the beginning of the wheel. Okay, but whatever closed off 2025, it like blocked off something. And those people that got blocked off are fucking pissed. And like, so shall it be. They've been able to steal shit for like the whole year. Now all of a sudden you change the locks and they can't get in. They're going to be mad, right? Obviously they're going to start throwing eggs. Okay, try to blow you up, try to destroy your shit. Okay, start sending rumors about you, right? Because they got blocked off of something. So just remember, there is like, January is a shit month and like it has been shitty and the weather is definitely mirroring it. Okay. But remember, February is like right around the corner. Okay. And now we're in Aquarius season. Okay. So now we're getting back to the connection. Okay. Moving away from that Capricorn devil energy. All right. And now it's going to start to smooth out. Okay, it'll get shitty again, but we'll always have our dry moments where we can just be happy for a bit before the next pile of shit gets dumped on us. So, leaving on that note, peace out, everybody. All right, 10602 on the clock. Thank you for liking the video. Obviously, thank you for being here. Okay, please send your telepathic questions away so I can get Spirit to answer them when you're ready to receive, pretty much. And 13th moon, remember 13th moon, Zodiac Tarot by me, Whitney Moonshine. We did a reading for Sag today and Gemini, if you want to go check that out. The Gemini one was a doozy. Something about a pretty good fucking lie that fucked somebody over. All right, so that was a good one. And got personal readings going on, and Instagram's still going, and TikTok is still going, and fucking life is still going. Okay, so check all that shit out if you're new. Welcome to this channel. I swear a lot. I do have a trucker's mouth, and I don't give a fuck. It is not to hurt anybody's feelings. Okay, it is just the way I was raised. I was going to say South End Oshawa trash. Here we go, okay? So you can take the fucking hoe out of the trailer park, but you can't truly take the trailer park out of the hoe. You know what I mean? So if you don't like my speech, it ain't ever going to get better. Okay, so anyways, peace out. Be careful out there. It's some shitty weather, okay? Be careful just in general. Try to like just keep your energy to yourself. Keep calm. Stay inside. Read a book, okay? And just energy out there is crazy, okay? Just know it. It's crazy. And go out when you need to and come right back home quick, okay? And I will see you tomorrow for some more readings. All right, peace.